Alright, hey guys, we are back today.
Yeah.
And what is our topic?
What our topic as professional students, workers, and people, we need to be, motivated to work. And
I thought it was better just to sleep through work.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. But sometimes in our lives it can feel like we are just sleepwalking.
I will show you the difference between Americans and British. If British person will kid like that and have fun, they will be totally serious. And they will never say, I'm joking. If they're Americans, they will mention it in the end, I'm joking.
That's pretty true, it's a good observation.
So, feel me, if you're going to UK, be ready to just, be seriously all the time and have love inside your heart.
It's true. And if you're American, then just get ready for the Brits to look at you a little bit like, okay. Did I
always
sometimes. Yeah.
British people, one love.
Americans.
Yeah. We like you. really. So, motivation. So, dear Holly, do you have motivation for your work? And if you have, from where you get it?
I have no motivation for work.
Come on, she's hardworking.
I actually find it better. No, I'm just kidding. I find the most important thing when it comes to being motivated for work is I really like to know the vision behind things. And why am I doing this work, and why does this project or whatever, why does this job exist? Who is it helping? What is it going towards? Why is it important? And that really motivates me every day, because then I'm thinking about the people that this is possibly helping, and I'm thinking about how it's not just me doing this job, but the job that I do goes to so many other people, and it affects so many other people. And even if we think we don't have that much significance, and we think our job is just boring and that it doesn't shape anyone, well, we probably have people that we're working with, people that we're partnering with. We might have a boss, we might have even people under us, and our work does shape those people that are around us, and how we treat them, and how well we do our work too. Because if we strive to do well in our work, it makes the whole business, it makes the whole, whatever it is, team, it's better for everyone if one person is working hard, and it inspires other people to work hard too. It's kind of like a domino effect in some ways. So I find just knowing the vision behind and reminding me of that really helps me stay motivated.
Great. I'm not sure that I have a lot of motivation from outside, from other people, because usually in Ukraine you're saying the negative things, so you're not saying what you win, what you get, and when you have a lot of success, you're usually not sure with it, because it's bad manner stuff. So maybe it's one thing. Another thing, I get this motivation usually from me and from others about my family, because for me and not for me, because for example I'm looking about my country, Ukraine or Poland, and I see how many things they need to be done here, and I understand that probably I don't have so much time to be prepared. It's why I'm trying to work as much as I can do it right now. And to be ready to help these countries that they exist, that they have their independence and they have their success. And I really want these people who are living here to feel happy and proud of their nations. I really hope that to the days that I will end my life, I will feel it a little more.
The day that your life will end, if you say the day I will end my life, that's something like suicide.
No, it's
the day your life ends.
Thank you.
I just wanted to clarify for English speakers listening.
Sorry.
I know you didn't mean that, so.
Yeah, but the whole thing is that I hope it will happen. And about my family, it's really great to have really supportive family who are hardworking, because I'm feeling how I need to be, where I need to concentrate on. And sometimes there are so many bad things that could stop me. But the thing is that my mom is saying me, Julia, this is not the main thing. This is not that you should focus on. There are few things that are really important and many things that need to wait or not exist.
Yeah, that's so good that you like. It's so I think it's always good having people in our lives like your mom and like having people who can encourage us when we're feeling like what we're doing feels meaningless or what we're doing feels like we just don't feel motivated in it. And having these people who remind us why we're doing what we do.
Yeah, but for sure I also like grow that like people who could like inspire us. It could be our friends or the people that we know. I have a person. There's a guy who is living in Ukraine, and he used to study in many countries and know 15 languages.
Wow.
He's like 24 or 25, and he's a manager, you know, and for me, he is inspiration when I'm coming to Ukraine, you know, to get, wow, I really want to be partner for such person, like, you know, to have opportunity to co-work with him, but I understand that with my level right now, I need to work more. And this is the thing is, like, this could be the person that maybe he can know clues that I'm thinking about him in such key, but it is.
Yeah. That's a good point too, like, we always need people that inspire us and
For
people that we
sure.
can look up to who are a little bit further along than us, that we can be like, okay, how did they make the choices that they made, and like what are the ways that they're thinking, and like we need these kind of role models because it helps us see the world a little bit more clearly too, and make decisions a little bit more clearly than we could without having an inspiration on how we could live and how some of those choices could look in our lives.
But you know, also it could be like the person who said like, what are you doing right now? Why are you wasting yourself? Like something
That's
like
true.
that.
Yeah.
It could be not so, how to say it, fun and comfortable for
That's true.
for you, but it's also really important. I think this is a good friendship that the person could say to you like, come on, what are you doing? Why are you losing so much? You can do it. Like, what's happening with you? And just like pushing you to be awake, to wake up. So I think this is the thing that make us success and motivated. But for sure, like to be understanding that I could win. I am a winner. I could get it. It's possible for me.
Yeah. Speaking of motivation, what is like, what are maybe some books or people that like might like inspire, that like you've been inspired from like reading those books or hearing their podcast or whatever it may be, whatever form, or even music or I don't know.
I'm right now reading really good books. I think that probably some of you know it. That I showed you. Do you remember? It's yes, Unnamed, and this trilogy of books, and I love it because this, for someone who didn't like read this book, I really recommend it. But I know that some of my friends don't like it, so it should be really fine that you don't like it, so it's okay.
But it's also a classic. Like it's definitely like
not everyone loves Shakespeare, so it's
that's
like
true.
also
But
okay.
Shakespeare's also a classic.
Yeah, so you know, it's like okay.
Yeah.
For example, me, I'm not a fan of him. I'm just like, okay, you're existing. My love for you is limited. Honest is good. I hope so. After in the comments, what are you saying? So coming back, so this is a book about businessmen who are working and who are making different projects, and about their life, their feelings. And this is not telling maybe so this is realistic, but this is not something that is like biological, so you're getting like the prototype of the person. But for me, it's something that shows how it is important to be entrepreneur and like to have something by your own, to make it, and how it's hard in addition to this. So it's like motivating me because I'm getting, okay, I'm going good way. If my heart is not easy, my work and my life is not easy, it's gonna be good. Like, if I work a lot and I sometimes feel that I'm doing nothing and it's not gonna success, I'm feeling like, come on, there are millions like me, but we're gonna be like, it's okay. So I'm thinking this book it's like for right now, or economic. I would like read it, but for sure it's some of my time it was Margaret Thatcher, this woman. This year it was Dайте. She used to be president in Litva for 10 years until 2018. So this woman, I'm telling about women usually because I'm not sure like everyone have it, but for me, like for a young lady, it's important to see motivated and successful people not only in the men's side, but in the women's side too, because I'm thinking that I'm feeling with them some spirit and I'm feeling some of them more deeply, so that I could do it with men, but not with everyone, so there are some that are really cool. What do you think about your question? Do you have an answer for us?
I guess this past year, I guess like I've been like reading more and seeing more of like Nikki Haley. Do you know who Nikki Haley is? She was like the U.S. ambassador to the UN for quite a few years, and she's a woman. She's a mom. She has kids, and she's from South or North, I think South Carolina. And I think she was the first female governor of South Carolina, and her family is partially from India, I think. Aww. I don't know if I'm remembering all this correctly, and if I'm not, I'm really sorry. But I read one of her books earlier this year, and it was really interesting. I liked how she balanced her femininity with also being at the UN, and she would sit on like the UN Security Council, and she would like look at the Russians and be like, no. And it's like wow, it was like quite like, that's quite a woman to be able to be just like have that, I don't know, chutzpah is the only word I can think of, but just kind of have that like assertiveness. Like she had assertiveness, but she was also feminine. And I think that's like interesting to see both of those balanced. And then for school, I'm studying European studies, and so I was reading Robert Schuman, who's one of the fathers of the European Union. And it was actually really interesting. I read his book, I think in English it's For Europe, but I read it in French, Pour l'Europe. And it actually was really interesting because his whole idea behind like the starting of the European Union was a way of like, it was all unity, and he was like, he wanted to be a priest actually, and they rejected him actually. He was like at church every day. He survived World War II. He was in hiding in the south of France that wasn't Nazi occupied, and he was sad that he was rejected for being a priest, but he was so like ready to give his service to his country, and I just thought it was like really interesting how his faith like correlated with him envisioning the European Union, and it was just a really interesting perspective to see, and so I enjoyed reading his book. But I think beyond that is I had like a really awesome mentor named Audrey Jane, and she just mentored me in faith so much. She was like one of those people who just she always like really motivated me, because the way that she treated people and the way that she would listen to people instead of telling them what to do, she would listen to where they're at and then help. After hearing everything of like where they're at, she would share like really wise advice, and I'm just really thankful that she was in my life, and she was definitely like somebody I really look up to in regards to faith and in my personal life. So yeah, those are like some different people.
It's so cool that we could have so different, people who are inspiring us, and for me it's understanding that we are taking different lessons from different people and from their lives.